It's okay to talk about mental health because we've started to give people permission to do so. Some people who are high profile and in the limelight, and I'm talking about people in media and people in sport, have begun to talk about it. It's no longer considered to be soft. In fact, it's recognised now that to talk about how you're feeling is quite brave. It takes some courage to do so. We work in a tough environment, we work in long hours. It can be hard work, it can be physically demanding. Job security is not great, and 94% of people in our industry work for organisations of less than 10 people, and around half of those are self-employed. So they're bouncing from job to job, and not many people, or some people, don't know where they're working next Monday, and I think that's a real challenge. It's a bit of a cliche, but it's leadership. But that doesn't mean the boss. The leader can be the youngest person on the site, but somebody setting an example and going out and physically demonstrating that, to have a conversation with people and genuinely asking how they are and having a conversation and giving people that sort of permission to speak and freedom to express. And if someone who is respected talks about how they're feeling, which might not be great all the time, and it becomes okay to not be 100% and not give the perfect response of "I'm absolutely wonderful, thank you." Well, actually, I'm having a bit of a tough day, I'm struggling a bit, would you mind helping me with my workload? Is really critical. So leadership's really important. We have to give. One thing that might help with mental health first aid is an amendment to the first aid at work regulations, where everyone's required to have a number of first aiders and appropriate training and equipment on site. If mental health was included in that first aid provision, that would force employers and owners of premises to do something about that, to look after people should it go wrong. But prevention would be much better than treating people who've become ill or are struggling in some way with their well-being. So yes, legislate, but wouldn't it be better if we could change our culture and society to be proactive? One of the key things with mental health is we must avoid the mistakes we made with trying to do the right thing around behavioural safety of the bigger contractors, putting people through a sort of sheep dip of behavioural safety, and the guys having to repeat it on every different project they went to. What we're hoping to do with mental health is recognise that all mental health training is positive. It should be done on a voluntary basis rather than forcing people to do it, because it may not be right for some people. I recognise that some people don't want to do mental health, don't want to talk about it, and are quite happy to carry on as they are. And we're all going at different speeds in regards to mental health. So that sort of ability to provide accessibility to help and support at a speed and pace and a cost that suits everybody is really, really important. We have to change the culture. We have to change the perception, particularly amongst young people, and get our heads around why our industry stands out as the highest risk of male suicide. This thing will take time. But if we all work at it all the time, it just becomes part of what we do, and so it mustn't be an initiative. It mustn't be the thing we're doing for the first quarter of 2018. This is what we do.